Heat advisory today in some areas. It's kind of deceiving because it's just basically as hot as it was yesterday, just maybe a little hotter for a little longer in some areas in parts of the upper valley this afternoon. So heat advisory comes back beginning at 1 o'clock for some areas of the upper valley. We'll show you, but windy and hot. It's still fairly windy. The winds aren't as gusty in the lower valley as they were yesterday, but still those gusts probably around 25, 30, 35 miles per hour most of the afternoon. Not much change in the weather. The wind may not be quite as gusty over the weekend, but still a good breeze blowing, and temperatures won't be cooling off too much. So again, the heat advisory is for these shaded areas here, southern Hidalgo County, including Edinburg, McAllen, Mission, and then all of Starr County, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's just in that time frame, the average heat index will probably hover most of the time around 110 to 115. So you get up in that range, and you don't want to overexert yourself if you're out there doing some roof work or a lot of yard work. There's still a lot of heat and humidity around to make it feel hot. Lower valley locations aren't really that much different, but still it might be just a couple of degrees difference the way it feels, especially once the sea breeze comes in the afternoon in the lower valley. But some good old-fashioned heat safety tips. Slow down, take some breaks if you're out there. Wear light colored clothing. Don't wear a dark suit like I have on. Drink plenty of water, especially anything that non-alcoholic is good. Stay out of the direct sun, especially if you get a sunburn. That makes things worse. Limit your outdoor afternoon activity, and don't forget about those pets. They don't want to sit out in the heat either. And temperatures are back in the 90s. We're at 94 in Edinburg, 90 in Port Isabel, 92 in Brownsville. That's the actual air temperature, but you factor in the humidity, it feels hotter. Dew points are kind of back to summertime levels now, back in the mid-70s, up in that very humid category. So with the numbers that high, it feels like already 107 in Brownsville, 103 in Raymondville, 101 in Rio Grande City. And so once you turn the temperature up a little bit higher, you'll start to get a few more of these numbers up around 110, 111 or so. And that will make you feel pretty darn hot if you are outside today. Wind gusts around 30 miles per hour, give or take a little bit across most areas. A little less breezy in Starr County, but winds generally a little gusty at times today. No big storms around Texas today, maybe a couple of isolated storms in North Texas. All the big storms last couple of days still on our way kind of northeastward with another storm system. The highest risk of severe weather, the slight, enhanced, and moderate risk go from Oklahoma through Illinois this afternoon and into tonight. So big storms around, but staying away from Texas for a while. Future Track does have dry weather today. A little windy out there, especially in the lower valley, but hot temperatures all around this afternoon with sunshine mixed with the clouds from time to time. And then tonight, clouds should fill in late tonight. And then tomorrow, I think, is the day when we see the sun start to break through, but maybe not quite as much as today. You see, we're in and out of some extra cloud cover, but temperatures should be in about the same general range. Future Track tries to show maybe a sea breeze sprinkle or two tomorrow. That's probably overdone. I mean, if there is a little random sea breeze shower briefly popping up, it's a super, super, super small chance. Friday's kind of the same thing, too. Still a bit on the breezy side. Clouds are gradually breaking up until a little sun in the afternoon, and you could say about the same thing for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Still some haze in the air. The air quality this morning was falling into this unhealthy for sensitive groups category. It's come back up to moderate now, but with smoke still from Central America and a little bit of Saharan dust coming from Africa. There's a little bit maybe mixing in from time to time over the next couple of days, but still with some of that smoke coming up from the south with all those southerly winds. It's still coming from all those fires, which you see some little dots of fires shown by satellite in the United States. But look at all the fires detected by satellite in Central America and Mexico. All those agricultural fires, some of that smoke gets pulled up here, and that's going to be around still this week. So air quality likely still at least moderate the next couple of days. Sunshine mixed with some of these clouds today. High temperatures back around 94. Sunshine and windy and hot today. Southeasterly winds could gust up to around 30 to 35 miles per hour much of the afternoon. Clouds thicken later tonight. Still muggy and lows near 78 degrees. And your first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Little windy and hot today. Windy and hot tomorrow. We'll call it breezy the rest of the time, meaning not quite as windy. Instead of maybe winds gusting to 35 miles per hour, maybe by the weekend they're only gusting about 25 to 30 most of the time in the afternoon. So a slight reduction in wind speeds, but still just about as hot. Highs in the 90s, lows in the upper 70s each day. Should stay primarily dry. You notice we do write few AM showers tomorrow. You can even say maybe on Friday. That's just in case there's a sprinkle with the thicker clouds in the morning, but essentially dry weather through Memorial Day weekend and beyond. We'll keep tracking in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.